It's got all the same functions of the A25, but in a smaller form factor. The best part of NAMM is getting hands-on with new gear that you won't find at your local music store, and that's exactly what I did. Later in the video, I check out the Korg Mini Log XD, which replaces the old Mini Log. But first, Native Instruments just announced the M32 mini portable keyboard. Guess where I am? I'm at the Native Instruments lounge. I'm here to check out the new M32 keyboard, the really small one. The M32 is $130, and I think it's a great option for people who need portability. It comes with Monarch and some sounds from Machine, and also includes Ableton Live Lite. It's got all the same functions of the A25, but in a smaller form factor. Strips for pitch and modulation, and you've got the 8 encoder knobs over here, and you've got the DAW buttons over here as well. And you've even got that tiny little screen. It's making its appearance again. I also got to check out the very simple, no frills, no nonsense audio interfaces. The new audio interfaces for $100 and $130 are for people who need 1 or 2 inputs. But I was most excited to play the new S88 keyboard. This keyboard was announced a few months ago, but this is the first time I got my hands on it. The key bed action is just right. Alright, after leaving the Native Instruments booth, I checked out the Presonus booth. The new Presonus Atom in particular. The velocity response was good, kind of comparable to the Machina Micro Mark III, but not on par with the big Machina. It's nice and small, and it's really great if you want control of the Presonus DAW Studio One. So I'm trying out the Atom by Presonus, and I really like the pad sensitivity. It actually feels really good. I also checked out the Vintage Instruments at the Reverb booth. I need all of this stuff. So trying out the Korg Mini Log XD, which is the latest improvement or the next generation of the Korg Mini Log. It feels very similar, it sounds very similar, but of course it's got a bunch of new features. Some of the stuff from the monologue, like the sequencer, is now included in the new Mini Log. The Mini Log XD has the new digital oscillator, which I think is the biggest difference. It also has the built-in sequencer now, not something I would use, but it's nice to see since the monologue always had it. It costs $620, and I highly recommend it if you want to get into the hardware synthesizer world. It's so easy to use and perfect for beginners. I recently made a couple of videos on the Mini Log, so you can check them out if you want to get a general sense of the device. I spent my last day at NAMM with a takeover of Rolly's Instagram. If you haven't checked it out yet, go follow We Are Rolly on Instagram, and you can see all my coverage. I was also interviewed by Vision Quest Sound. Shout out to Philip. You can check out Vision Quest Sound on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. By the end of the night, I was tired, but I couldn't pass up the beautiful fireside performances at Rolly's after party. The highlight for me was, of course, the Parisi brothers.